As a self-proclaimed manhwa connoisseur, like many of you, before I made YouTube videos, I just enjoyed reading manhwa in my spare time. And when I say I read a lot, I mean a lot. From regression revenge prodigy stories like Return of the 8th Class Magician to hunter-type dungeon manhwas like Solo Max Level Newbie. I soared across Webtoon, some of them being at the top and most of them being mid as hell. But even across all of the manhwas I've read, the one that caught my eye was his Highschool Manhwa, a little slice of manhwa called Study Group. Hi, my name's Kaiseni and I cover manhwas from A to Z, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Study Group, a manhwa part of the Blue String universe that centers around Gamen-Hyu and his friends, their goal to reach university, which is actually something I can relate to myself. But before we begin, YouTube tells me that over 86% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. That's more than the population of Vatican City. So if you enjoy my content, please subscribe. It's free and you can always unsubscribe later. But without further ado, this is why Study Group is the greatest manhwa on Webtoon. The story of Study Group revolves around Gamen-Hyu, a nerd trying to inch his way into university. The twist? Well, he's really bad at studying. His gimmick? Well, you'll see soon enough. He attends Yusong High, a high school notorious for school violence and illegal activities, all orchestrated by the school's #1 Hanlim Gym. But contrary to this awful environment, Gamen actually befriends some like-minded people like Sehyun Kim, Lee Hong-kyun, Jiwoo Lee, and Jun Lee, and together they form the first ever serious study group in Yusong High. But due to Yusong's reputation, things interfere with their studying. Fight here, burning classrooms there, but not to worry. Despite Gamen's looks, he's actually an amazing fighter. A practitioner of Jeet Kune Do, he battles his way to providing a calm studying environment for him and his classmates. Gamen-Hyu is one of our main characters and a student attending Yusong High. Despite liking studying, his grades just aren't up to par with the standards of a normal high school. He's naive and a hopeful person who's ambitious and hardworking. But like many things, hard work just doesn't seem to be enough to improve Gamen's studying. But after meeting and saving his first friend, Kim Se-hyun, his solution to his studying problem was to form a study group consisting of Lee Hong-kyun, his homeroom teacher, and Kim Se-hyun, his first ever study mate. With them by his side, his striving to improve his studying becomes a lot easier. Gamen is a good character for the sole reason that many people can relate to his struggles. Most kids and teens want to be good at studying for various reasons, be it for their parents' approval or wanting to be qualified for a good job in the future. Even myself, who's soon to be a college student, wants to strive for studying. But aside from Gamen's relatability, what I think he executes perfectly is being confident in your other skills. A person always has a talent they prosper in, and I think that learning studying isn't everything is an important trait to learn early on. It's even a running theme in the series that studying isn't all you need to do for value. The series covers deeper topics like the delicate line between persevering and giving up, and Gamen is the embodiment of those two concepts. Through him, the bad side of pointless persevering and the freeing side of giving up are shown throughout certain points of the series. Contrary to Gamen's perseverance, Kim Se-hyun's character development stands out as one of the more compelling aspects of early chapters of Study Group. He's intelligent, cautious, and quick to adapt, qualities that make him capable of acing any test. Given his academic potential, it might seem puzzling why Se-hyun would attend a school like Yusong. However, like many others at Yusong, he has his own issues which I can't delve into for spoiler reasons. Essentially, he was a cockroach, focused solely on studying and graduating, keeping his head low and his eyes straight, as if he'd accepted his circumstances and given up on anything beyond mere survival. But everything changes when he meets Gamen-Hyu. Despite their stark differences with Se-hyun dominating academically and Gamen overpowering physically, they form an unlikely friendship, bonded by their shared goal of reaching university. Se-hyun vows to help Gamen with his studies, and in turn, Gamen promises to protect Se-hyun from the dangers that come with attending Yusong. Initially, their relationship begins as a sort of contract. Se-hyun helps Gamen study while Gamen shields Se-hyun from physical harm. But as time goes on, their bond deepens, transforming from a transactional arrangement into a genuine friendship. Se-hyun starts to open up more to his friends. He begins to depend on them, trust them, and eventually actively defending them. This transformation is gradual but profound, showcasing Se-hyun's growth as a character. Before meeting Gamen, Se-hyun was a loner, content with keeping to himself and focusing solely on his academics. He had no intention of getting involved with the violent and chaotic environment of Yusong, but Gamen's influence changes him. Se-hyun realizes that he can't just keep his head down and avoid trouble forever. He starts to see the value of standing up for himself and others, even if it means putting himself in danger. One of the most striking moments in Se-hyun's development comes later in the series. Despite being one of the weaker members of the study group, he willingly jumps into trouble and dangerous situations, knowing full well he might get hurt. This is a far cry from the Se-hyun we see in the early chapters, who would never even dream of taking such risks. His willingness to put himself in harm's way for the sake of his friends is a testament to how much he has grown. Se-hyun's journey is not just about becoming braver or stronger, it's also about realizing the importance of friendship and connections. He would come to realize that his academic success would be meaningless without the support of his companions, his friends. This realization is what makes Se-hyun's character so authentic and relatable. High school isn't just about studying and getting good grades, it's also about building relationships and relying on others. This aspect of Se-hyun's character arc is especially important because it highlights a crucial life lesson. Bravery is not a one-time act, but a continuous process. It requires constantly pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and standing up for what you believe in, even if it's difficult. Se-hyun's journey is a powerful reminder of this truth. Despite being one of the physically weaker members of the study group, no one doubts Se-hyun's ability to get the job done. The trust and camaraderie between him and his friends are so strong that they know they can rely on Se-hyun no matter what. This trust is a testament to the strength of their bond and to Se-hyun's unwavering dedication to his friends. To Lee Han-kyung's delight. Speaking of, Lee Han-kyung is another important character in the series. For perspective, due to Gamin's inability to study properly, for the better part of his childhood, he's heard nothing but criticisms and pity from not only random people but also his family. That is until Miss Lee Han-kyung. Meeting Miss Lee changed Gamin's life for the better. Instead of patronizing him, she encouraged his passion for studying and in turn, granting Gamin his perseverance. She's become a core character in this series, being the mature role model for our student cast, granting Gamin his perseverance and showing Se-hyun that it's okay to rely on others, and was one of the ultimate driving forces to Yoo-seung's highest reformation. Thanks to Miss Lee's soft guidance, as well as her morals, Gamin and Se-hyun's character developed to be kind and self-sufficient, which is essential if the environment they're in is crude and reeks of betrayal. These three emit an aura of warmth, which attracts other like-minded characters like Ji-woo Lee. But before we continue with the video, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Webcomics. If you're like me and you're in a constant pursuit of manhwa, then I recommend checking out Webcomics. They stream lots of manhwa and manhwa, and I'm sure you'll be able to pick one of your choices. And if you're still having trouble picking, not to worry, they have a recommendation right there on the homepage. From romance to action, you'll never run out of things to read. So if you're free, check the link in the description below, and thank you for Webcomics for sponsoring this video. Ji-woo Lee has been a student of Yoo-seung for a long time, so it's safe to say that she's adapted to the territory quite well. Unlike Se-hyun, who survived by laying low and staying under the radar, Ji-woo survived by standing her ground. She's tough, resilient, and refusing to be pushed around despite the challenges she faces. Her deep knowledge of Yoo-seung's inner workings, despite her dislike for them, demonstrates her adaptability. Se-hyun, in contrast, takes a more cautious approach, avoiding conflict to survive. This difference highlights Ji-woo's strength and determination. However, Ji-woo's resilience and understanding of Yoo-seung are not enough to bring about significant change. She's a lone figure struggling against a system that she fundamentally disagrees with. Feeling the weight of her limitations despite her efforts, the turning point comes in the arrival of Gamin Yu. Gamin becomes a beacon of hope not just for Ji-woo, but also Se-hyun and Miss Han-kyung. His presence brings new energy and optimism, inspiring those around him to believe in the possibility of change. For Ji-woo, Gamin's arrival means she no longer has to bear the burden alone, as she has allies who share her visions and determination. Together, they start to challenge the status quo, providing a glimmer of hope that things can improve. Ji-woo's extensive knowledge of Yoo-seung's inner workings combined with Gamin's fresh perspective and unwavering hope creates a powerful force for change. This new alliance offers a chance for Ji-woo, Se-hyun, and Miss Han-kyung to see a future where Yoo-seung can be a better place for everyone. Though there is one character who thrives off the violent system of Yoo-seung. He remains a good person deep down, Jun Lee. Jun is a complex character who navigates the brutal environment of Yoo-seung with a mix of enjoyment and regret. Despite his relatively modest ranking of 17th overall, Jun deeply cares about the school's fighting rankings, and he wishes he were more prominent within them. He enjoys the battles and the challenges they present, and he also harbors a desire to change the violent nature of the school's system. Jun's enjoyment of fighting is tempered by a wish for better circumstances. He dreams of an environment where strength and skill are valued without the necessity of constant violence and survival. This internal conflict showcases the duality of his character, a fighter who wishes for peace. Beneath his delinquent exterior, Jun possesses a surprising academic strength. He's particularly good at studying, with a specialty in mathematics. This hidden talent highlights the multifaceted nature of his character, showing that he is more than just a fighter. Despite his ability to navigate Yusung's current environment, Jun yearns for change. His internal struggle between enjoying the battles and wanting a more peaceful school reflects a deeper complexity and moral struggle. Jun's unique position as a capable but not top-ranking fighter and a student who excels academically puts him in a pivotal role. He has the potential to influence change from within, using his status and abilities to advocate for a better, less violent environment. His journey is one of reconciling his love for battle with his desire for a more peaceful school, making him a compelling and dynamic character in the story of Yusung. Aside from the plot being amazing, one of the standout aspects of Study Group is its fight scenes. In many other manhwa, such as Lookism, you would often see standard martial arts like boxing, Muay Thai, and Taekwondo. However, the fighting in Study Group is like a breath of fresh air, showcasing lesser-known martial arts like Jeet Kune Do, Kung Fu, and Silat. This focus on diverse martial arts not only adds a sense of novelty, but also introduces an element of unpredictability. The battles aren't just about which martial art is superior, but how effectively each character can utilize their unique skills. This unpredictability keeps the readers on edge, anticipating each new encounter. The action scenes in Study Group are meticulously crafted, making every fight memorable and thrilling. Each character's fighting style reflects their personality and their background, adding depth to their character development. This careful attention to detail ensures that the fights are not just visually engaging, but also meaningful within the context of the story. Beyond the action, the plot's intricacy is another aspect that draws readers in. In many stories, the narrative can be quite black and white, but Study Group excels in creating a world where every action has a reason and every character has a backstory. The complexity of the plot is evident in how the series reveals motivations behind Yusung's harsh environment. What initially seems to be like a chaotic and violent school system is later understood to be driven by a greater good. This nuanced storytelling adds layers of depth to the narrative, making it more engaging and thought-provoking. The series also excels in its attention to detail. Every action, every event, and every character has a purpose. There are hidden innuendos and subtle hints that foreshadow the future events of the story or explain past actions. This intricate web of details encourages readers to pay close attention, creating a more immersive and rewarding experience. The depth of the plot combined with the intense fight scenes keep the readers hooked. Another appealing aspect of Study Group is its representation of different cultures through martial arts and character backgrounds. This cultural diversity enriches the story and provides a broader perspective, making the series more inclusive and relatable to a wider audience. The characters are well developed and likable, each with their own unique traits and growth arcs. Their interactions and relationships are authentic, adding emotional depth to the story. The blend of action, detailed storytelling, and cultural representation, as well as character development, makes Study Group one of the best manhwas available. It's a series that offers more than just exciting fight scenes. It provides a rich and immersive world filled with complex characters and a captivating plot. The combination of these elements sets Study Group apart from the other manhwas, earning it a special place in the hearts of readers. In conclusion, Study Group is not just a great manhwa, it has the potential to be considered as one of the greatest high school manhwas on Webtoon. Study Group is a fantastic read. Its story is engaging without trying to be bigger than itself, unlike some manhwas that can be overly complex. The plot is straightforward and easy to consume, even though it delves into intricate topics like political hierarchies and business models. The characters are diverse and well developed, ensuring that you'll never get tired of any arc. Each character brings something unique to the table, keeping the story fresh and exciting. I hope this video becomes a gateway for you to start reading Study Group, and if you're already a fan, I hope you enjoyed me sharing our thoughts with the broader community. This manhwa has so much to offer, from its captivating storyline to its richly crafted characters. Thank you everyone for watching. Your support means a lot, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on Study Group. So whether you're a newcomer or a longtime fan, let's continue to enjoy and discuss this incredible series together. And so yeah,